So the 7th Division packed its duffel and headed out to take possession. The address, Kwajalein Atoll, in the Marshall Islands. We had the southern loop of the atoll, including the island of Kwajalein. With the preliminary soften-up aimed at the main island, we pulled a sneak play to the weak side. On D-Day and the night before, we sent forces to capture the lightly defended outer islands. The strategy worked so well that the whole invasion was later called a near-perfect operation. By afternoon, we had commanded the channel into the central lagoon, and our artillery was setting up on Carson Island, getting the range on Kwajalein. D-Day +1, February 1st of '44, we turned our attention to Kwajalein, a strip of coral shaped like a banana. The artillery could help us from Carlson. We were landing from the seaside on the southern tip. The island was divided up the middle. 2 regiments were assigned. Each regiment got half a banana and 3 days to peel it.
At dawn, the Navy, the artillery, and the 7th Air Force started dumping explosives on that little island till we thought it would sink. For the second time, the hourglass was turned. The 7th Division was moving in force. The Amtraks bumped over the coral reef and headed for shore. The Navy moved their fire then, but the artillery kept shooting till we wondered if they'd been told about the landing. That was the plan. We crossed the beach right through the smoke. The artillery shells walked down the island 3 steps ahead of us. It was supposed to be jungle warfare, but the jungle had gone with the wind of the heavy bombardment. It was battle in 1,000 acres of city dump. And every pile of rubbish, a possible sniper. It was like taking pins out of a new shirt. There was always one left to stick you in the back. Tanks had rough going in the beat-up terrain. We crossed the airstrip and saw why this stepping stone was needed for our road back to the Philippines. We didn't do all this without getting hurt, but our casualties were light. Prisoners were few, mostly Korean laborers and Marshall Islanders. While 2 regiments of the division were cleaning up Kwajalein, the other regiment and the recon troop were picking off the other islands in our sector. At the end, we had more than a dozen islands, and the Emperor had lost the first bit of his pre-war stock of Pacific bases. General Corlett led the 7th in this fight. Before we left, we said goodbye to some buddies. It had been a